What is going on? This is Darius from AutoFair Nissan here, and today we're going to take a look at this 2023 Nissan Ariya. Let's check it out. Under the hood here, we're going to have our 5.6 liter V8, 178 kilowatt motor paired to an 87 kilowatt hour battery. That's going to get you about 240 horsepower out of this bad boy. Front wheel drive, so you're going to get that instant torque, instant power delivery in this. Under here you can see a lot of your motor and your battery, some of your additional fluids here for the thermal management, the AC lines, all those kinds of goodies. Not a whole lot to do under here, though. As an owner, most of the servicing and maintenance is going to be done, by the trained professionals on this car. But basic stuff that you could do as an owner is basically just checking your fluid levels, making sure your battery terminals are good, filling your wiper fluid, which is going to be right down here. But this is actually running right now, and you can hear it's almost completely silent. It's nice and quiet. Not a lot of noise coming off of this. When you go in reverse, there is a generated noise to alert people around you that the car is moving. And you'll hear a little bit of noise when you start rolling, but it's almost completely silent in the cab. With that hood back down, you can see the front end on this. You've got your very, very sharp headlights there and your daytime running light here with this nice kind of sweeping angle that's going to be on all the time. And then your headlights will pop up in there. You're going to have sensors all around this car. You can see on there for your parking. There's some down in the lower section too. So what's important as well in the wintertime to make sure that you clear those off. You're going to have a camera right there up underneath the Nissan emblem too. That's going to be part of your around view monitor system. Come around to the side here. You have these aerodynamic kind of bronze wheels. They look really nice on here. This is a Premiere, as you can tell by the badge down here. So it's going to have a few niceties. Charging port right here, CCS charging. That pops right open. And you're going to see your level 1, level 2, and then the level 3 DC fast charging is going to be that bottom port right there. So to access these, just a little push and that pops them right open. So we'll close them up for now. Close that. That'll lock up as well when the vehicle is off, or excuse me, when it's locked. Back up here, give you a little view of the profile of the car. It's a really nice looking SUV. It's got a decent sized trunk, but the whole profile of the car is nice and compact. You get 4-door keyless entry on this, as you can see from the little symbols right here. That just locked it up, and then a taptic when you grab it. There we go. Just had the sense that the key was in there. You're gonna have nice suede inserts with leatherette bolstering all around it. So it's really comfortable, really nice looking, and it kind of breaks up the style a little bit. Plus, it keeps this a little bit more temperature neutral for winter. It's also the heated section of the seats. So front and back seats are heated. You get your USB plug-ins right there, Type C and Type A for your backseat passengers. In the vents, floor mats in this car are going to just have this nice look to them. They've got that really cool aesthetic that you'll find throughout the car. You're going to see that like down here in the trim as well, and also in the interior accent lighting and the front grille. Let's take a look in the back. Right from the back of the car, what you're going to see, starting top to bottom, you're going to see two antennae up there. So having the 2 is going to be your signifier that this has our ProPilot 2.0, which we'll talk a little bit more about inside. And then also you're going to have a camera up under here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right there in that little kind of trapezoidal cutout. That's going to be for your rear view mirror camera option. Also, you're going to have a spoiler up there for the styling and to help with aerodynamics. You get your Nissan badging built right in, and this long LED rear light. Let's see if I can get it to flash for you. Nope, doesn't want to do that since it's running. But we're going to pop this open right from the key fob. So press and hold that 3rd button down. That's going to power up. You got your nice shade there so nobody can see in when this is closed. And you're going to have a really good amount of space in this car, actually, for your trunk space. Now, one thing that's nice here is that these panels here are movable and removable. Let's get that situated back in there. And this is our kind of like our divide and hide system that Nissan's had for some time. So you can kind of partition off your areas there. You get your charger that comes with it. Spare tires are going to be stored underneath this trunk floor. And you got these little kind of cargo trays in here and over here. That one's a little bit more enclosed. And then if we want to close this back up, you can just press our button right there, and it's going to move itself right back down. Also, here's a look at the window sticker. It's not on the car at the moment because we had this out for a demonstration, but feel free to stop at any point so you can read these things in greater detail. On your driver door panel here, you're going to have memory seating, 2 positions that you can set for individual drivers. Power mirrors that fold in right there. And you're going to see on that mirror, that little triangle is your blind spot monitor. It'll light up orange when someone's in your blind spot zone. So you can unfold that again with just a press of the button. Pops right back out. One touch windows right there. And if we move over here, we're going to have full power seat with adjustable lumbar in there as well. So that's really nice. Again, this is going to be like an appointed suede insert for your leather bolsters. From the inside here, there's a lot of goodies to talk about in this car. I'm not going to go over every single feature, but we'll point out some of the highlights. You got your ProPilot 2.0, which you'd engage with this button right here. So that is a hands-off cruise control system that functions on roads that are mapped out. There's a little camera up here that's just paying attention to make sure that you're, awake and alert and everything. But in certain areas, the car will completely steer for you. If the full self-driving mode is not available on whatever road, you can still use our traditional ProPilot. You'll notice that you've got accent lighting through here that goes all the way up the dashboard and around, which will change colors to signify what mode you're in. So you've got hands off in green, you've got hands on ProPilot Assist in blue, and if ProPilot is not available due to lane markings or adverse weather, it'll just be white. You're also going to have a heads-up display here that's holographic that shows up on the windshield. So a lot of good information that can be had in there. You can have it show your turn-by-turn navigation, your speed, the speed limit, incoming calls and texts will pop up, and you'll get notified up there. So lots of good stuff to be had. Full digital dashboard on here. You're going to have your light controls over here. Your controls for your heads-up display, for your steering assist, your auto hold, your charging timer, and your trunk release. And then you've also got adjustable angle headlights right there too. Come around to the middle screen here. You're going to have your climate control all digital, but you've also got controls that are built in on this haptic dashboard that's really cool. So this isn't an actual button per se, but it is haptic built into the wood that when you touch it, it'll sense what you're doing and adjust accordingly. You'd have all your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto, your built-in navigation, music, Sirius XM, all of that good stuff right here in the screen. It's a really, really nice looking and feeling screen, the way that it kind of blends into your dashboard in the middle. You've got your button right here for your camera. You've got several different views to choose from here. So you've got a front wide angle. Let's go through that again. You've got a front view. You've got an overhead view. Just going to switch hands here. You've got a passenger side front corner view, which is great for parallel curbside parking. So as I turn the wheel, you can see that tire kicking out there. So that's really nice, especially if you live in the city or parking downtown. And then that wide angle to help you see what's coming from the sides. Same thing when you go in reverse. So if we do this and go forward to reverse, you've got your backup camera and your overhead, and you can cycle through with that camera button here as well. To change gears more, you can go all the way back for drive, thumb on the button all the way forward for reverse. Neutral is going to be just a little half click and hold in either direction from whichever gear you're in, and then park's easy, just a push of the button and that's parked. And that'll show up right on here for you as well. You're going to have a few different things here. You've got an auto parking feature, which is really cool because this can actually parallel or perpendicular back for you. E-step is going to be a really cool feature for the accelerator pedal, where it's going to do very, very heavy automatic like engine braking using the magnetic drivetrain controls, and that's going to help regenerate some battery for you. Then you've got this open and close button here, so if we push on that, that's going to open up our little tray here, which you can use for like a workstation, but also it acts as storage in here, so that goes down pretty deep into there. Great spot to hold, little miscellaneous things that you may not want out. And then just push down on this here for close, and it'll go right back in. Accent lighting underneath looks really nice. Same thing in the doors, that's all lit up in there, all in that area. And then we can pop this open for your wireless phone charger. Cup holders right there. And you've got this little button set right here that you can actually adjust the entire position of this console. So I'm going to put it all the way back, and I'll pop outside of the car to show you how far back it sits, and then pop back inside to show you with it all the way forward. So that's all the way back right now. So with it all the way back, it sits behind the edge of the seats actually. And here it is all the way forward. Personally, I like it up forward, as that shifter area sits way in front. To me, that's kind of nice. And then down here below that whole console, you're going to have your USB plugins, 12-volt plug-in, and then a spot to wrap your cords. So that's pretty cool right there. That piece is kind of built in. Other than that, in this car, you're going to have a panoramic moon roof, which is really nice. And, oh, we said that we would talk a little bit about the mirror. So you can see in the mirror right there, standard mirror. It's auto dimming. It's got a HomeLink garage door openers. But then if you pull on this little switch here, it's got a camera. So that camera back there is great if you have people in this car that are tall. You can't quite see through their heads when you're looking back this way. So if there's some obstruction there, you can pull that, and it's going to totally circumvent whoever's in the cab. So really cool. Hopefully I covered a whole bunch of stuff that you were hoping to see. If you have any questions about this, feel free to leave a comment down below. I do try to respond to all the comments. But other than that, scheduling a time of this to see it, I'll leave contact information in the description. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon.